Alright, welcome back, Nuggets. I'm out here playing with the old Poulan. That was my mate Will.
G'day guys.
Yeah, he's the invert in the back behind the camera. It's a Poulan countervibe, 2035. It's one of the later XXVs. This is actually a Canadian-made XXV. For some reason the motor's not, but all the casting is made in Canada because they got the chain brake on them. It's a 38cc saw. Half of the language is in French, which is a pain in the rear. This saw came from a local junk store. I think I paid $30 for it. It was in a milk crate. There's parts. The story I was told, it fell off. It was bought new. It fell off a ladder. It has about half an hour. When I bought it, half an hour's worth of run time on it. The chain is still its original chain. It's just none of the markers left on it. So that's how new this saw is. This is one of the non-plated bores. So if you got one of these, warm it up. For being nearly 40 years old, the oil still works. Surprising, all the oils here I've got here, all the three saws I've got, they all work for some reason. I know Melbourne have a lot of issues with theirs. I don't know if it's the fuel or what's in the oil, but it works just a treat. Bloody mosquito. So she's lukewarm. It had an empty tank in it, and they were buggered the bloody flying. But I'm gonna sit here and try and cut some of this cypress, whatever it is.
Smelt like cypress when I was cutting.
Yeah, it's like the cypress, but it's got like a natural turpentine for it. It's hard to pronounce what it is. The chains are a little bit hungry, so it should cut just fine. It is noisy, as they always are, because this is the pre-EPA. I've got a later Woodmaster, which I'll do a video on, and that's got the EPA carbon and muffler on it, soon to be without. And we'll see the difference between that. So I'll start him up and make some noise. Upset the neighbours. Right away fall in the pricky bush here. First things first, put the see-through space goggles on. Like these old saws, the manual says pull choke, grab lever, and pull towards friend.
Little shit nearly cut me earlier.
Make sure you engage your dogs on these. You only got a single dog on them, and you'll break them if you don't, especially 40-year-old plastic. Have a choke on counts. Oh,
Here we go.
the nuggets singing. Yes, that's what the manual says.
You got bar oil in that thing?
Yeah, I do. I might have a clogged thing on it. For some reason, the Poulans go tight when they run out of oil. Yeah. Yeah, she's getting hot. So.
Excuse my shaky camera work. I'm getting eaten.
No, nice. I think I got a jug in there, but nah. Sometimes they go tight when they get hot. And I haven't used this for a while, so. Nah. Well, you can see what it does.
Nice straight cut.
Nice. Oh. What was that one, wasn't it?
Mine was the
Wonky
outside.
as hell.
Yeah, wonky as hell, yeah. Very aggressive rakers.
You know, she's tight and then she just needs to be backed off, you know. For some reason they go tight when they dry up. I don't know why.
Probably because the metal expands.
Well, I would say, yeah. Especially, well, usually if a chain expands, it loosens, but I don't know how things with magnesium cover. But it wasn't loose to begin with, so I might have the junction hook behind the sprocket, which I think I might. They're funny because the way they're set up, all this is one piece.
Oh,
So,
sorry guys.
yeah. So when this gets hot, this the whole piece expands and it pulls the bar forward.
Ah.
So on a normal saw, it doesn't happen. They get loose. But on a Poulan, because that expands, if they heat going across here, expanding this, it makes it tight. But if I let this cool down for half an hour, this will go loose again. So it's just a habit of a Poulan, you know. But you know, you get to hear the nasty green meaty. Well, you know, still sharp enough to take your leg off. Not quite the 45cc steel, but still enough if you only got what 10 trees to cut up on your property. What's a lot more cheaper? These were $79. Well, not this, but the earlier ones were $79 back in the 70s.
Brand new.
Brand new. A lot of them still going.
Versus that steel that I've got. Brand new is worth $900.
Yeah, well, this were the go-to tree climbing saws. The older motorbike handle ones with no safety on them.
Yep.
Yeah, I find out I've had the motorbike ones before with no safety. They don't have this issue. It just seems to be with the Canadian chain brake. They tend to bind up a bit, but I've got 3 saws with this chain brake. For some reason in Australia, these are the more potent ones. You know, you do occasionally see the older 25cc ones, which I had one, and well, I've seen 2 of them, and both of them I had it blown up, as they do. But the Canadian ones don't seem to blow up. I don't know why. Just, it is what it is. Well, that's that angry little saw. I'll do a follow-up video on what it is, because I've got a couple others. I've got a 70, so I've got 81 EOS saw, one of these sitting there with no anti-vibe. And I've got a later last of the of these, a 2400 Woodmaster, which is pretty much the same, just the fuel tank's up here instead of in here. The motor's half the size and it's all janky. I reckon this is the best one they made. So yeah, well, I can't even say that. Is it friend and chain or whatever it is?
Freund de Schein.
Friend and chain. That sounds more German.
It does.
Friend and chain! You can turn it